Hey guys, what is going on? Good morning. This is Travis P11. I'm a little groggy. I just woke up at 6:30 in the morning Central Time, and big announcement here. I just got an email from fellow YouTuber Gizzard Gary. Sent me a link, and Taurus has now produced, or is going to get into production, a G3 compact. All right. So just taking a look at it, we're going to go right into it and check out the design and the features and so on. It is basically a baby G3. And just as a specification to specification comparison to the G2C, it is virtually identical all the way across with the exception of the rear sights. Obviously the design is slightly different, but the actual width, height, weight, capacity is going to be identical to the G2C. So now you're probably saying, well, why would you even want to bother with the G3C? Well, there's a couple reasons. First of all, you're going to get different rear sights. You're going to have basically complete, these are just solid, no dots on the rear, drift adjustable. They don't use the little screwdriver for an adjustment. They're just more of a traditional dovetailed sight like you see on other pistols. Also, you might like this trigger a lot better. This does not have that notchiness or that. The G2C trigger is kind of interesting. If you don't push on this rear blade, in the center, back completely, it's going to get caught. It's going to click. It almost gives you a sense that there's a false wall that you're hitting before you actually hit the trigger brake. Well, the redesigned G3 trigger or the G3C trigger does not have that issue. Obviously, the design is slightly upgraded from what you're seeing over the G2C, but it is, again, just a shrunken version of the G3 itself. Again, the design, something we've seen before. You got your front serrations, rear serrations. You've got your standard accessory rail on the front. The new trigger, slightly different grip texturing than what you get on the G2C, and I guess you could also say the G2S. Let's just go right into the specifications, including the price. What do you need to know about it? Okay, they're going to make two models. Right now, they're going to make a 12-round model and also a 10-round model. Single action with the restrike, so it does have that restrike capability on it, just like what you get with the G3 and the G2C. Chambered at 9mm. They may make a 40. They may make different grip frame colors like they do for a lot of their other semi-automatic pistols. The height is 5.1 inches, the width is 1.2 inches, the weight is 22 ounces. Again, identical all the way across the board to the G2C and more or less identical to the earlier PT111 G2. Barrel length is 3.20 inches, the overall length is 6.3 inches. Front sight's going to be fixed, again, drift adjustable rear sight, whereas your G2C has a adjustable sight on the rear with the screwdriver, if I'm not mistaken. You do have a striker block, manual safety, and trigger safety for safety. Loaded chamber indicator, and then also an MSRP of $305.74, which means you're probably going to see this rolling up about, probably $275, I'm guessing, somewhere around there. Again, one of those G3s, I've seen G3s as low as $249 at some places, $299 at others. Again, if you're somebody who's a huge fan of the G3, I know I love the G3. It's a great gun, and I might have mentioned this when the G3 first came out that we're probably going to see a compact version of it also at some point down the road because, again, it would not be hard to do simply because it's just a shrunken design. So that's basically what you're seeing right there. They haven't mentioned if they're going to release it in a stainless steel and black version, although they may do that just like they've done with the G2C and so on. Again, just looking at specifications on the G2C itself, just as a comparison between the G2C and the G3. Okay, so here's your G2C and G3. The only difference is just the drift adjustable sights. Obviously, the item number is going to be different. G2C does come in at a lower MSRP of $271.21. Okay, so there's your G2C that we're all used to. But again, different trigger. I'm not the biggest fan of this trigger. It's got a long pull to it, and it doesn't really hit much of a wall before it breaks. It does pull almost all the way back, whereas your G3 trigger, obviously redesigned, it's a lot thicker, and so on. So that's it, guys. The G3 is coming. I don't know if it's available just yet, but there's a lot of literature online that's showing up on it. It should be coming out, I would imagine, this summer, just in time for the shooting season. This is your concealed carry or more compact carry alternative to the Taurus G3. And guys, that's basically it. So first of all, shout out to Gizzard Gary. I will put a link to his channel at the end of this video. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you guys check out my channel, Travis P11. And that's it. Lots of exciting stuff. So start saving up your pennies and get yourself ready to pick yourself up a Taurus G3C. And we will talk to you guys soon. Have fun. Be safe. Have a great week. Y'all take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.